And The View is live. The squad strikes back. The president's not apologizing for telling the 4 freshman congresswomen to go back to where they came from.
Many people agree with me.
As they join forces to speak out against him.
This is the agenda of white nationalists.
And did Card Sharks host Joel McHale worry about losing more than a hand when he swam with actual sharks? He's live on The View. Plus, it's The View's Hot Summer Cash Sweepstakes. All week long, find out which home viewers and audience members are getting in on a grand total of $30,000. Hot Topics are in the house with Whoopi, Abby Huntsman, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Meghan McCain. Now, let's get things started.
White House kept this thing going in the Rose Garden yesterday, telling the 4 freshman congresswomen to leave the country if they don't like it, and that many people agree with him on it. And the so-called squad joined forces to respond to him. Take a look.
Yes, sex is an incredible thing, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's funny.
Was that on purpose?
So, what do you think of their statements?
Incredible thing.
That was a mix-up. That was a mix-up. That happens from time to time. You ready now?
The agenda of white nationalists. He would love nothing more than to divide our country based on race, religion, gender, orientation, or immigration status.
Sadly, this is not the first, nor will it be the last time we hear disgusting, bigoted language from the president. We know this is who he is.
So, what do you think of those statements?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Anybody?
Go ahead.
Okay, I thought they were, it was nice to hear them say that. I will remind everybody that as much as we hate to hear a lot of this stuff, this is still America.
Yeah.
And people have the right to say what they think and how they feel. Everybody has that right. Everybody, whether you're a congressman or you know who in the White House, they all have the right to say, because this is still America. Remember this. Remember this, because if this right goes away, for us to speak freely without fear of being arrested or condemnation in a way that is financial or any of that stuff, if that goes away, we are you-know-whatted.
Well,
okay?
I think, Whoopi, that's...
No, we're not. Not yet.
Let's
no, this is still, listen, this is still America, and
she said we already
are, and I'm saying no. Our Constitution kept a lot of really bad stuff from happening. Our Constitution did that. Now,
Preach,
the laws...
Whoopi. Yes, exactly.
The laws in this country, you know, some of them are good, some of them are bad. We have the power to change them, because that's what we do, but we still have that right. Right now, we still have that right. This is still America. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I heard. I heard 4 patriots is what I heard during their press conference. And I think that the president is a racist. I think he used bigoted and racist language. I think it's unfortunate that many in Republican leadership have been unwilling to come forward and call a spade a spade. But I will say this. It got a little better yesterday. It got a little better. But I will say this. You know, when you look at the bigger picture, what this president is doing is he is trying to squelch dissent. What he seems to be most upset about is he is most upset about the fact is that these 4 freshman congresswomen are willing to say, I am an American. I do not believe that this country always gets it right, and I do not believe that it is living up all the time to the very promise of America, which is life, liberty, and justice for everyone, regardless of race, regardless of creed. And he doesn't like that dissent. And to be able to dissent is what America is about.
I would like to talk about the fact that I think that he is running very scared right now. Because look at what's going on, really. Mueller is going to come out next week and talk. Barr and Trump do not know what Mueller is going to say. No, they don't really know. So they're scared. They're scared. He's scared about this Epstein case, which could be a real bag of worms in there. There are photographs of him with this guy Epstein. We're talking about child molestation, child rape. Acosta just had to resign in disgrace. This E. Jean Carroll is threatening to open the investigation.
So you think he's running?
The woman that's alleged
running scared.
If he doesn't win in 2020, he will be indicted and possibly go to jail. He is like a cornered rat. He doesn't know policy. I mean, all he does is attack people's ethnicities and their race because he doesn't have a clue about what the policies are. He's stupid.
Well, he's not.
He is. I think he's stupid, do you? I think he's stupid.
I don't think he's stupid, but I don't think he's politically astute at all.
Well, that's what
because
I mean.
The politics.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, the politics of this is, and please remember before this happened, on Friday night, the progressives and Nancy Pelosi it was all full gangs of New York style fighting with one another on Twitter. It was fascinating to watch.
He's united the Democratic Party.
Well, he has.
Yeah.
That is exactly what happened.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. But what's interesting to me is that the Squad, for me right now, is the face of the Democratic Party. And I believe that, again, as everyone knows, their politics are far too left for me, far too radical. Ilhan Omar, at a certain point, the House passed a resolution condemning hateful expressions of intolerance, which passed 407 to 23 because of her anti-Semitic comment.
Well, yes, but I want to point something out with that.
Can I please finish?
Yes, you can, but I just want to point out it's still America.
Yes, it is America.
Okay,
and
that's
you
what I
can
want to
say it. But
thanks.
Of course, you can say whatever you want in this country, thank God. And we are all free speech advocates here at The View, otherwise we wouldn't have a job.
Yes.
But you can't say anything without ramifications. If it's the case of President Trump, or if it's in the case of Ilhan Omar saying things that many people interpreted as anti-Semitic, myself
or
included, disagreed with. But what I will say is, Rashida Tlaib is one of the people, when she first got elected, she said impeach. Calling for impeachment yesterday, which Nancy Pelosi continues to come out and say she's not for.
For the moment.
Right. For the moment.
Right.
So what I'm curious to see is if the Squad will pull the rest of the Democratic Party to impeachment, which I have said time and time again, and I said one time irresponsibly, and thank you for correcting me, Whoopi, because I said it a little too aggressively, but if you take that risk, not shot risk. If you take that risk, it will end up, we'll see what the politics end up happening.
And I don't think that the Squad represents the entire Democratic Party. I think that the Democratic Party is a very broad-based party. I think it's a huge tent. I think that they have new, fresh ideas. And I think that there's room for new ideas. But I do think that the Republican Party wants the Squad to be the face of the Democratic Party.
Well, you know what?
Watch Fox News, they're mentioned over and over again.
I'm just going to say this.
That's a calculation.
If the Democratic Party starts to look a lot more like these women, I'm okay with that. If the Democratic Party, and I mean this and if there is room for us to disagree within the Democratic Party about your experience or how you feel about Israel or how I feel about Africa or how I feel about America, if we can still have that conversation, I'm okay with that, because that's for me what the Democrats used to really all be about. It wasn't you can't say this or you can't say that. You can say it, but no, you're going to get your behind kicked. Right. It's like when I mean no disrespect, but remember when the comic wanted to say that I have to say the N-word because I'm not allowed to say the word anymore, apparently. Remember he wanted to come out, he wanted to be able to say the N-word. Remember that? And we said, well, you can say it, but there's going to be problems.
Oh,
there's going to be, you're going to get, people are going to be upset. So just know that you can go ahead and do it, and you take your chances. And I think that's what.
But I actually don't want. I don't like political infighting in general, because I do think the country's ripping itself apart. And I do watch Fox News every single night. And I think the idea that the Fox News viewer somehow wants this country or or the Democratic Party to be tearing itself apart. That is not who I am. I don't think that's what
I don't think you
conservatives.
did you just say that?
I just think that I also hear, like, you know, that's what Sonny said, that, like, that's what Fox News wants. I don't believe that because I watch Fox News it means that I want the Democratic Party to be represented by the
leadership in the Republican Party keeps using the word socialist. Now Lindsey Graham says these women are communists. I mean, what are we, in the 1950s again? Shut up, Lindsey.
We can continue it.
Yes. Well, when we come back, we'll be right back. When we come back.
Later, Unreasonable? The Netflix series 13 Reasons Why removes the graphic suicide scene. Are they missing the entire point of the series? Still ahead, Joel McHale on why he says hosting Card Sharks is the best thing he's ever done for people, and how he's really in the doghouse at home these days. Plus, see which home viewer and audience member are winning today on our week-long Hot Summer Cash Sweepstakes.
Well, welcome back. So you were going to finish, you were going to say.
My point was that, you know, if you look at a study by Media Matters found that AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, was mentioned 3,181 times on Fox during a 6-week period. And then in January of this year, Media Matters also calculated that the primetime Fox shows mention her over 4 times more than Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
Okay.
So my point is that, I mean,
it's putting her up there.
It's striking.
She has a Netflix documentary that, I'm sorry, she's all over everything all the time. It's not just
She is interesting, but my point is that they definitely want to make her the face of the party because they want everyone to feel that the Democratic Party is this far left party. But I don't believe that's true. And the other thing that I just wanted to say is Ilhan Omar was not censured herself. There was a wide-ranging censure about anti-Semitism, and she has apologized for.
But she was the catalyst for it.
She was the catalyst. She wasn't. She has apologized for any perceived anti-Semitic remarks, and I think that we all need to be mindful that you can be critical of Israel's policies without being anti-Semitic.
Needs to be mindful of the kind of language you're using when you're talking about things like that.
Everybody has to be
She
mindful.
also said incendiary things about 9/11. I mean, the list goes on, but she was the catalyst for the House.
But she has apologized, and you know what? Again, it is still this country, and we are still allowed to step in the doo-doo because we do it. Everybody does it at some point.
She was here, by the way. She became an American citizen in the year 2000. Melania Trump was not an American citizen until 2004. Now, I don't hear anybody saying send her back to Slovenia.
Well, I don't disagree with that, but I also think, first of all, before we turn this into what it's turning into, I vociferously came out against this yesterday, vociferously on the show. And I said Republicans, which, by the way, Tim Scott had, I think, the best comment of anyone. He said, instead of sharing how the Democratic Party's far-left, pro-socialist policies, not to mention the hateful language of some of their members, have used towards law enforcement and Jews are wrong for the future of our nation, the president interjected with unacceptable personal attacks and racially offensive language. No matter our political disagreements, aiming for the lowest common denominator will only divide our nation further.
Yes, and I do want to point out, you can't ask people to do something you wouldn't do. Because you talked, not you, baby.
Oh, okay.
Not you. You know, because you talked about grabbing folks. You never apologized for that.
No.
You said a lot of stuff that you've never apologized for. So asking people to apologize for, well, that's what I'm saying. Don't expect other people to do what you will not, because this is not a paternal country.
Yeah.
This is a country, this is a democratic country where people can do what they need to do. I just want to get
one more point.
Yes, go ahead. Sure.
Okay. I love how he goes, you know, that they hate America. And that America's so bad, go back where you came from.
He came from here, where you are the guy in charge.
But his whole campaign was based on Make America Great Again, meaning that it's not that great. So he's accusing people of exactly what his entire campaign was based on.
Well, yes.
Which is that this is not that good a country.
Well,
right? Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I do want to also point out that you know who just quietly okayed a bee-killing insecticide made by Dow, who just happened to donate $1 million to his inaugural committee. It also ended a program that tracks bees' health. Now, if you're going to do that, if you're going to allow them to put things in the air that are going to kill the bees, we're all going to die, because if they're not pollinating and helping us grow the food we need, see, that's why we need the bees. You can't poop on them like this. So if they're not that healthy, apparently neither are we. So I think it's very important for people to sort of, if you want to get rid of policies, I get that. That's what every president does. But you can't organize. Let's organize.
And get a swarm down to Mar-a-Lago and bite his orange fat ass.
I want to thank you for that. But in fact, I'm actually being serious. Because this is about life and death of the planet.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so honeybees don't do that.
No, they don't.
Okay, they don't.
It's a joke.
And Whoopi and I are both beekeepers.
Yes, we know.
Most people don't know that, though. and it really is a life or death situation.
It really is. You really don't want to lose them.
Do you know what else is a life or death situation, which they just said in my earpiece, I can tell you, is that the Tennessee Police Department is urging residents not to flush their drugs down the toilet because they're creating meth gators for real. I'm not kidding. This is something that is scaring them. Meth gators? Yes, I'm not kidding. Citing fears that the wildlife might consume them and exhibit unnatural behaviors. Ducks, geese, and other fowl frequent our ponds. Basically, we're going to have meth gators running around. And if the apocalypse isn't coming, please stop flushing your drugs down the toilet. I go to Tennessee not infrequently.
Can't you just bury your drugs? Do you have to flush them down
the toilet? Or just use them up and don't share them like that. We'll be right back.
Summer fun still blazing at ViewYourDeal.com. We partnered with vendors for at least half off this season's essentials. So get to ViewYourDeal.com now.
Welcome back. So apparently a woman wrote into an advice column who says she met a charming new man, but she's wondering if it's a red flag that he's 51 years old and has never been in a serious relationship. I'm supposed to ask the women, would that be an issue for them? Would that be an issue for y'all?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And what is a serious relationship?
Yeah, I think maybe.
But what does it mean?
I would think a serious relationship is that you can enter into a commitment.
Oh, that. Okay.
You know? By 50, if you haven't been able to commit to one person, and if I'm seeking that, I may be a little reluctant.
Maybe closeted gay guy, too, who says he can't commit.
Just said right.
That could be. I mean, a lot of times, you know, the society is so awful to gay people very often that they say that they're bachelors when, in fact, they're not.
Or maybe he's seeking perfection. You know, he's seeking this perfect woman.
I think that's called commitment issues.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have some red flags.
I don't know. There's something about up till you're 51 and never have a serious relationship. I consider that a flight risk.
Yeah. I don't like it. I say she should run for the hills.
I had a friend who, when we'd go out, you know, when I was single for about a year there. I've been in bondage my whole life in marriage.
There's a term kids use, and back when I was dating, called blank boys, which are guys that just want to hook up and they don't want to commit. You guys know what I'm talking about, young ladies in the room. Thank you very much. And I found them to be the worst guys ever.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, steer clear of them. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're young enough. And I think this sounds like that's what that guy was, that he was just interested. And by the way, that's fine if you want to do that, but don't go out with women who want to be in a relationship.
Well, but you don't know that they want to be in a relationship until you've gone out with them.
Well, I went out with a few guys that could have been more clear about what they were looking for.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. The girls are clapping.
Yeah.
And be clear. Thank you. And by the way, if you just want a booty call, just say that. Just say, like, I'm just interested in stuff that's physical.
So he's 51 years down the booty call line, and now I'm stuck with him.
No, you're not stuck. I don't understand what this means. You're not stuck with him.
I'm sorry.
You have to make, women say this all the time, you know, and now that's what I get.
Maybe I'm in love with him now, and he's 51 years down the booty call line.
Yeah, but did you not figure that out, that he's down the booty call line? Did you not know that?
But some guys are not clear. it's confusing. And by the way, I used to say politics is easier to analyze than some men with some of this stuff. I don't know what you want. Just be super direct, because I'm a grown woman. And
That's
tell me what you want.
Women say that all the time, and it's just not so. Because if you say, listen, I'm one of these people that says, look, this is what I don't want. I don't want this from you. Yeah. All I want is the booty call, and then I want you to get up and get out.
You're good. You're good at that.
But if you want to get married and you're not really clear about what you want to do, you do all kinds of stuff, and then when you discover 9 months or a year or two down the line, because you had this thing in your head, you have to say to them, look, I'm looking for a commitment in a marriage. Are you interested in that in the future? If you're not, get out. That's what you got. Because if you're not getting it from them,
that is what I started saying. And by the way, there's a time and place for everything. If you just want a booty call, go forth. I mean, enjoy your 20s, everybody, whatever. But I just think, like, as you get older, at least for me, like, and I would be like, if you're gonna screw around and you want to like date 10,000 chicks and you're gonna be all over social media,
I'm not the relationship for you.
Back to the left. That's why you said back to the left.
Joy's like, I don't know.
I don't care.
Well, the young ladies in the audience care.
I mean, it's just, you can be in a relationship with a guy
1,000 years.
Yeah, I know, but you can be in a relationship with a guy for a long time, and you think he's on the same page, and then you fall in love with him.
True.
And
then he's not. Yeah.
Because they're a blank boy, and they don't know what they want, and they mess with your head.
We'll be right back.
Before the most anticipated movie event of the summer.
Okay, this is really important, okay? And last night's Bachelorette, Hannah, had the option to take the final 4 contestants to the fantasy suite, but finalist Luke really advised her against the idea, and a whole thing happened. Take a look.
Yeah, sex is an incredible thing.
So is it really?
She's doing your voice.
Okay, so I have to go back to it. So is it really any of his business who else she's been sleeping with?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You know what was interesting when I was reading about it? I don't watch the show, but I was reading about it that she had sex in a windmill, and I thought, the only windmills around are in miniature golf courses. Was she having sex on a miniature golf course?
Well, that would bring you to ABC's new show, because it's on a golf course, right? The Friday show, what is it called? Holy Moly. It's on a miniature golf course.
Oh, really?
I don't think it was there, though. And apparently he's very, very religious, which made me wonder, why are you on the show?
This is not a show.
He gave up sex, apparently, and found religion.
We found religion, but then why go on a show where the woman might be having 11 lovers to find one guy? What are you doing there, dude? Stop yourself.
He could meet a nice girl in church.
He could.
Like you did, like you
I met my husband in church. He can meet a nice girl in church.
You meet him in church in a bar?
This show gets criticized a lot for not being, like, sort of feminist enough. And I thought that was, like, a very feminist clapback. She's like, you're not my husband. You're not my boyfriend. You can't tell me what to do with my body.
It's
so
very
give
crazy.
it up to Hannah, because I thought that was a good response.
You know, I'm so old. In my day...
In your day, what happened? What used to happen?
You didn't celebrate... In my day, you did not celebrate and brag about slutty behavior, okay? It's like it's everywhere. Girls are saying, I slept with 20 guys, as if this is some great thing that they've accomplished.
It was.
Be careful with that.
We'll be right back.
Don't slut-shame people.
Hi, it's me, Sir Joel McHale, and I'm the host of the reboot of Card Sharks. It's a game show from the 1970s, but the stakes have never been higher. If you lose, we'll feed you to actual sharks. It's only happened 6 times.
Sure, Tomorrow, comedy superstar Ricky Gervais gives his take on what liberals are getting wrong about political correctness when he hits the Hot Topics table. And find out which home viewer and audience member are making bank on our week-long Hot Summer Cash sweepstakes.
Hey, comedian Joel McHale is the new host of the classic game show, Card Sharks, where contestants are putting it all on the table. Take a look.
Good news. Now, you can play that card, or if you don't like it, you...
The Bachelorette, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we were just talking about it. Did Luke have
Was
any...
I on The Bachelorette?
Well,
I am married. How dare you?
That's right. That's right. But do you think he had any right to judge Hannah about, you know, her sex life?
Well, I do know that Jesus definitely still loves her. I just hope that, you know, he keeps her from, you know, sexually transmitted diseases if she does it a lot. So, does he have a right to say that?
Because he's on that show.
Right.
I mean, that's what the fantasy suites are.
But he got dismissed after that, right?
Well.
So, I think, he probably shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it.
Yeah, why
Look,
judge?
I find that show, do you have friends who've been on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
No.
They're the craziest person in your high school, right? They're super hot and super crazy, and they're like, I want to go on a game show where I compete with a bunch of other people to find the person of my dream. That's a lunatic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have any friends is that how you found your spouses?
No.
Joy?
It's tough to find a
How many? Did you go on a game show to find?
Only for money.
Yeah, so.
My favorite thing is they're always from Scottsdale. I'm from Arizona. Like, they're all from Scottsdale.
Well,
so there you go. So a lot of girls I went to high school with.
Do you know girls from your high school?
Legit, there are people from my high school that have been on The Bachelor.
I'm scared of this whole conversation.
Yeah, I used to make fun of it on the Stoop all the time.
I know.
And people were always offended when I was like, it's a deranged game show. And they're like, how dare you? It is a fantasy, and I love it, and I really hope Lucas finds love. So I just think after 30 days, I mean, how...
You kind of know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The last time you were here, you just...
It was 1 year ago.
was 1 year ago. Yeah. You just got
31.
that bulldog, that French bulldog.
Oh yeah, I got a dog named Beanbag. Yeah, that's the.
What's his mom's name? What's the dog's mom's name?
Pinto.
So it's Pinto Beanbag.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pinto Beanbag. And then we were going to call him Garbanzo at one point. That is the calmest he has ever been. I think he's sedated at that. You guys have, that's, yeah.
He loves you.
That's not necessarily love. That took like 5 minutes for him to finally. Do you have the one with sound where, he's attacking a German Shepherd? And that's him.
Just doing things.
Yeah, now, they got to show the one where I'm doing the patty cake with my wife, if you have that. Yeah, there it is. Watch this. Big That's The Bachelor.
You know, I think they have medical marijuana for dogs like that.
Yeah, I am not kidding when I say it. There is CBD oil for dogs.
Yeah.
And our nanny brought it, and did not give it to the dog, but the dog got into it, drank the whole thing.
Oh, no.
This dog?
No difference in behavior. Exactly the same. Did nothing. So I think they have to bring in some sort of large animal tracker to tag him.
He's happy.
He's very happy. He believes he's the king of the world.
That's great.
Yeah.
Don't put meth in your toilet.
Yeah. Now that I know, I will no longer put meth in my toilet.
Well, you are the host of the new game show, Card Sharks.
Are you excited about it?
I'm so excited. And that clip that we showed at the beginning was just so funny.
Yeah, that guy was great.
He was great. You say it's
He won $200,000.
That's the thing. I mean, you say it's the best thing that you've done.
This is the best thing I've ever done. Right now, guys. No, as you know, my heart is the size of a burnt out peach pit, and so when people win the money, I literally start crying, and I'm like, everything's fine, and then I feel like I'm helping them, and but if they lose the money, then I was like, sorry, and then I just give them a little punch. No, no, but it's really like that guy won $200,000, and he's like my life. Yeah, I believe me, I never thought just playing a high-low card game. It's very simple, but all of a sudden because you can win like $700,000.
That's crazy.
And people are trying to guess whether the car is going to be higher than an 8. And you should go on the show, you guys. And it's really, I just never thought that I would be this into it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, and they pay me, so that's
that's nice.
Look,
too.
at now the people are clapping. They're like, yeah,
nice
hey,
too.
yeah. So they're very nice people.
You also went swimming for sharks in a special called Eat, Pray, Chum.
Yeah,
which
well,
is
I didn't
hilarious.
swimming for them. I went with them. Oh, that's it. That's me.
Oh.
Right there.
That's scary.
With real sharks.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
No, it was a super normal day. And it was exactly...
Can you answer her question?
Oh, what was...
I said, what did I say?
He said, are they real?
Are they real? I thought
No. Those were all stuffed
You have
animals.
Will Packer with you?
Yeah, Will Packer's right there. Yeah, he produced it. Oh, no, he's not in that shot. But
Yeah,
that's Anthony
Anthony
Anderson and
No,
Rob
there
Riggle.
goes-
Oh, there's
there
Will in
goes
the
Will.
middle, and then Adam Devine. And
See his
Now,
teeth
what I was
anywhere.
wondering is if they were your agents when you say you're swimming with sharks.
Yes.
Get it?
Yeah, I know. You, Joe, how do you do?
Not easy. Not easy.
She's
No,
such a card.
Dang.
Okay, like, what about this comedy special of yours? It's just called Live from Pyongyang.
Yeah, a stand-up special called Live from Pyongyang, which is the capital of North Korea.
Yeah, so tell us about that little job.
Okay, we didn't shoot it there. We shot it in San Jose, which is very similar. And same kind of rolling blackouts. But no, I thought, why not? Maybe if I get cyber attacked, that'll bring me some more press and I'll be back.
Come back. Yes, well, you got to come back here.
All right, I'll just stay for the week. I'll be here for the week.
Joe McHale, Card Sharks, airs Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. right here on ABC. We'll be right back.
Thanks, you guys.
All week long, we're giving away a grand total of $30,000. So see which home viewer and audience member are winning today on our Hot Summer Cash Sweepstakes next.
Cash Sweepstakes. Every day this week, a home viewer is winning $1,000, and a lucky member of our studio audience is getting $5,000. And Friday, we're upping the ante by doubling both cash prizes. This is all thanks to our sponsor and their Prize Patrol, Publishers Clearinghouse, America's #1 free-to-play destination for sweepstakes. Go to PCH.com to learn how you can win. It's time to give away some money! Let's start with our first at-home winner. Congratulations to Martin from Chattanooga, Tennessee. You just won $1,000. Wow. Now, it's time for our studio audience winner. Someone in here is actually about to win this $5,000 check. My girl Whoopi is in our win booth, both full of our audience seat numbers, and she has 10 seconds to pick a winner. Let's go! Did you ever think you were going to get a prize from the Prize Patrol? No, I did not.
5,000, congrats.
Thank you. Well, there's still time for you to win because our Hot Summer Cash Sweepstakes continues all week long. You can enter for a chance to win once a day until Thursday at midnight Eastern. Is that right, Whoopi?
Apparently.
All right. Go to our Facebook page to find out how, and tune in tomorrow to see if you're the next winner.
But let's face it, whether you're sitting here or whether you're sitting at home, you're always a winner. Have a great day, everybody, and take a little time to enjoy the beer.